La, 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 la. Hello and welcome to STC Live. I am your host, Ricky, otherwise known as the So Rare Mamba on So Rare. And I am joined as ever by my loyal duck-loving co-host, Johnny, aka Dornado. I'll start with a Santé to you all. Santé.
Santé.
How are you this evening, sir?
I'm good. Fresh off an FC So Rare 5-a-side victory. We made hard work of it, didn't we? But we got the win in the end.
We did get the win in the end. Yeah.
Got and also, I managed to get through it after getting knocked off my Voy this morning, which was, major event.
Oh yeah, big news this morning in a road traffic accident. Being knocked off your Voy. My big day was I got Taylor Swift tickets.
Yeah.
So swings and roundabouts.
It was actually on a roundabout where I got knocked off. So yeah.
See, I've always got a link. I'm always linking into the next thing. I'm always ready.
And also, you had to pay a pretty hefty vet bill as well, didn't you? So pretty major news on Sorare Thursday Club this week.
Between Cats and Taylor Swift, I've racked up, and it being my round at football, I've racked up a fair amount. But I did have a little tantrum as well to keep you all in your place.
Yeah, nice.
We are called Eyes on the Prize today because we've actually won some prizes for a change. I got 5, 1 rare, 4 yellows, 1 tier 1 yellow, which is
lovely.
Very unusual for me. You've got some to add to the pot as well. And there's not a lot of midweek action, is there? So eyes on the prize because prizes might be the highlight of our roundup this week. I do have one big So Rare announcement from me. I am finally suspense.
The suspense is killing me.
Number 1 San Jose collector in the world 2023-24 season.
Well done, mate. Well done. Congratulations.
It's been my life's goal for about 8 weeks now. And we are finally up there after 27 of the cards in.
God, you don't even own them all.
We have pulled top 1,110. Finally.
How does it feel? You got anyone you'd like to thank for your achievement? Or
I'd like to thank Jackson Yule, the prince of the MLS, for getting me into San Jose. And apart from that, no. It was all my hard work, and I deserve the acclaim.
I can't believe you don't even own all the cards either. That's impressive.
Yeah, I think I picked up like 3 because I picked up Yule's one of 100, and then I just picked up a couple of others randomly. So when collections come out, I think I had 1 serial and 3 1s. So I was like, well, if I grab a few more here.
Nice.
I was hoping that, at some point at the end of the season, they might be like, everyone that's top collector gets a shirt of their team that they're top of. And then I can get Yule printed on it and everyone can be happy. But yeah, we got 3 left. We got Nathan, Ochoa, and Cade Cowell season. So yeah, I'll look to finish that off. And hopefully that's a big enough score that I'll never have to revisit it. So I think that's probably good enough for this room.
And how does KTC 120% plus trades feel about this?
He has dipped into my DMs at one point to ask if I'd fancy selling my collection. Which I said no, because this is my crowning glory on So Rare. Apart from being in Burger Club, being number 1 in San Jose,
love it. Well, congratulations, mate.
So that makes you number 1 Everton collector on So Rare, and I am the number 1 San Jose limited collector. So, we might not win actual SO5 tournaments, but we are top of something.
Exactly, doing big things on the channel.
Yeah. To be fair, in an actual SO5 sense, it is really cool when you put a full stack in of San Jose now, the percentages are through the roof. You're like,
it's absolutely mad. Like, use my Everton stack for the last few games of last season, and it was like 14%, 15% on all my players. Like, it's a joke. That's like crazy percentages. It's great.
Yeah, I've actually used one of my training slots now on just a San Jose stack just to get the. You get it's wild what you can start a game week with. But yeah, So there is a little bit of added utility to actually do it, and hopefully one day Sorare rewards us all with something more than a little badge. But yeah, that was my exciting news. But apart from that, we will go into the weekend review to start off with. There is a couple of news stories that have been knocking around, but I think we can link them in because they actually relate to things we do on this show very well. So we will drop them in at the relevant points, as we go through. But first of all, let's have a look at what we did over the weekend, what the results were looking like in the Sorare world, and if that related to us winning anything. So we'll start with you this week.
Yes, I think we are going to start with me, so we can build up to your tier 1 that's coming there. So here we go. Don't look at the coins, Rick. Don't ruin the surprise. So I got a tier 4 rare, a tier 3 limited, a tier 4 limited, and I got rare ETH threshold. Annoyingly, I don't like to complain. I mean, I do complain a lot. But I did get a stat corrector down 6 points in the one where I won a tier 4, and it meant I went from a tier 3 to a tier 4 and dropped out of the top 100, which would have won me another $50, which would have been nice. But anyway, I'll take it. For midweek, it's good, eh?
Johnny, can I stop you for 1 sec before we carry on?
Yes.
I did not have the chat open. It's very rude of me not to, say hello to the people that have actually joined us. The 2 or 3 people that actually say something, I had the chat stream closed. Our main man, Hamadism, welcome, San Jose Legends. And what impresses me more is that he's here for the Taylor Swift tour.
Love
Big up fellow Swifties. Big up Hamadism. UKZ, so rare. Hi lads, hope you're all good. Thank you very much. Hope you are all good as well. And Sabello, who usually joins us, is not going to be able to stay for the show today, but he just wants to greet us. And I just want to greet you and say I hope you have a wonderful night with whatever you're doing. So there you go. There's our 3 fans that have joined us so far.
Fans. Love it.
I've given them the time they deserve for being loyal.
We won't forget you. When we've got 1 billion followers, we won't forget you 3.
We won't forget you.
But we will forget the one. We will forget the one that just left, though. So you better come back. Okay, so I won some ETH. I won some cards. Let's go through what I won. So if you ignore the bookends of this team here, it did incredibly well. Ryan Gould, 95. Luciano Costa, 95 as a captain. Villalba, 87. And then Tyler Miller conceded 4 and had an error led to goal, which is very frustrating. And then Buanga, unfortunately, let the team down a little bit. He's kind of been a bit weird, bit off, isn't he, the last sort of
it's not been great.
6 weeks. He's had a few good games, but I think he set the bar so high, didn't he, that he's kind of reverted to regressed to mean. I think that's what they call it. But so that's my main prize, I'd say. I
did say to you, I think it was last Thursday when you were showing your best team for the week on the show, that I told you I predicted that the Revs would stuff DC and that Tyler Miller was going to go to pants. And
to be fair, if I had another option, I probably would have picked another option, but I didn't. So, but so I'll take the 19 points because that's 19 more than 0.
Ryan Gould and Acosta have been on absolute fire lately, haven't they? They are.
Well, actually, interesting enough, we'll get to that later in the thing, but I had to make the difficult decision this week to either play Zelarayan, Gould, or Acosta because I could only put 2 teams together, and those 3 players' averages are like 65, so you can't put them in Cat 240. It's just impossible. So unfortunately, I had to bench Zeller, and he got 92. But the 2 people I played instead of him got 95 and 96. So technically, I made the right choice. But it's a bit mad how well they all did. But second team winning a prize here was Cat 270 Limited. Yang Han Bin was an absolute legend and got a clean sheet and saved a late penalty, which I didn't even realise until like 3 hours after the game had finished. Because it just kept saying clean sheet on live score, so I just presumed he'd kept it clean. I didn't realise they'd saved the pen, so that's happy days. Nicholas de la Cruz, who I know you own, did well, scored, got 82. Rusnak and Chano were, pretty solid, good AA, but nothing spectacular. I was going into this last game of Sam Pedri, hoping if he did score a goal, I was going to get a really good prize. Unfortunately, he didn't. They lost 2-0. But I still picked up a tier 3, so happy days. Champion America. Why did I keep that one in? Can't remember. Oh, Omar Gavir. So he's someone I've sort of bigged up about 18 months ago, and then he got released by his team and didn't have a team for about a year. But he signed with Monterrey. He's kind of not been doing too great, to be honest. But this weekend he got 2 assists and got 100. So it could be the sign of things to come for him. So there's a little cheeky tip for you all.
He was one of my first rare purchases on this game. I think everyone's sort of owned him. There was like a time a couple of years ago where just everyone was like, if you want a solid scorer, get Omar Gavir in.
I mean, when he was at Zolt, like he was fucking elite. I don't really know what happened. He fell out with the manager and then got put down to the reserves and then just got released and then couldn't find a new club. I don't know, but maybe he's coming back and he's still young.
Put down. I mean, that'll hamper anyone's ability to play football.
All right. Okay. All-Star Limited. Once again, let down by the goalkeeper. Carl's Gill doing Carl's Gill things and getting 100. Zelarayan, I did put him in here. He got 91. Palacios did pretty good, considering they didn't get Cleany. And then Patrick Schultz. Unfortunately, no error led to goal, but I did watch the game because I was up with the baby at that point, and he conceded a late third goal, which brought that score right down. Probably did cost me a tier 3, but nothing too major. And then Junker didn't do much. And then, my ETH came from Cap 240. Once again, my keeper let me down with a 6.5, conceded a third goal, and also gave away a penalty, I believe. Justin Glad is being the boy I said he was and doing really good, even though he didn't keep
6 months later. Yeah.
6 months later. You should see his last 6 or 7 scores. That is insane.
I think if you knock out the goalie, that 4 players there are all players that we've sort of bigged up before the season. Yeah. They've taken a long time to get going, but they actually are all starting to pick up now.
Yeah, Soya's kind of bigged up to do well in Japan moving forward. He's a very good player, but obviously I'm not sure Ray's all of that good, which is unfortunate. But he did manage to score their lone goal that they scored. So picked up a bit of ETH. I guess we'll go through this later, but did pretty well in MLS Amateur. There's Zelarayan again doing well. And then I've just kept this one in because breaking news. I mean, it's not that breaking. Eloy Room has officially joined Vitesse now. So hopefully that's good. I've got his limited. I've got his rare. I think he's 33 now, 34, but he's going to definitely start for Vitesse. He's quality keeper.
Definite starter, is he?
Definite starter. That's the Tornado guarantee right there.
I've been deep in discussions with the Sorare community trying to find an under 23 goalie.
I've seen, you got a few good suggestions.
I've had some good suggestions. I'm willing to take a little punt because I'm on Mosa, the Eupen goalie.
Yeah,
but there's been a lot of suggestions coming around that Nuruddin might actually.
I've seen that. I've had a look at Nuruddin. Is Nuruddin still under 23, or has he got? He's
24 now. So I'm looking at maybe taking. It could be another punty one as long as one of the two come off. But I think I need because I've invested in under 23s for coming seasons. I'm not going to win it. I know I'm not, but it's a fun league. I like playing it. So
you're not going to win it with that attitude, mate. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to win it this season. I just need to sort the goalie out. So
I kind of feel like, for the prices me and you tend to buy people for, it's kind of for under 23 keepers, you probably have to take a bit of a punt, don't you? Because the people that are already kind of set at under 23 are at ETH, which is a little bit too much when you're paying £300 vet bills for cat poos.
Yeah, exactly. Tell me about it.
Yeah. Anyway, a few prizes to open. So let's see what we've got.
Straight in. Nice transition.
Vibrating presents. Let's have a look. The blue band of sexiness. Come on. Right. Let's go the ETH first. Oh, I've got a Premier League card. I repeat, I have a Premier League card.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. So there's a bit of ETH. I guess, do we want to go?
Do coins for me. Come on, help a brother out. Get the coins in.
So let's have a look. I think I got over 2,000. So that's a nice little start. 2,190. Pretty solid. Could have been better though. Probably beat me, didn't you, this week? I got a feeling. Okay. Tier 4 limited from All-Star. So it should be a semi-decent card. South Korea. Defender, obviously. Said that before it came up. Daegu. Kim Kang-san. Ricky, you follow Daegu a little bit. Do you know much about him?
No. In
I do
Kang
like
Sang,
it.
I will give you an up-to-date.
Okay, let's go.
Ooh, last sale was the minimum 58p, the minimum listing of 58p.
Great.
He is, I think the word you would use to describe him is shite.
Great. It's always nice to get a tier 4 that's the literal lowest value.
Is that tier 4?
Tier 4, yeah. So.
Oh, that's pretty bad because that's his scores, even when he starts. He did put 20 AA in here, which is,
I mean,
reasonably promising.
I kind of feel like the prices for career are a little bit stunted by the fact they're scoring's fucked at the moment, so that's probably why. But
I mean, down here is 25 AA, 34 AA. So if he starts, he does have occasional ability.
Plus age 24 in Asia is like age 16 in Europe. So
well, they've all lost a year now, haven't they? So that was a change that's recently happened. So
also, I like that his serial number is 69 of 1,000. So
small wins. Yeah.
Okay. What do we reckon? Should we go tier 4 rare? Or should we go tier 3 prem for
tier 3 prem? Show us what you got.
Well, I presume it's prem, unless it's the new cards. Do they show like that as well? England mid.
Oh, it's not a defender.
Are you joking? He doesn't even play in the fucking prem anymore.
Do you not? Where's he gone?
No. They got relegated, didn't they?
Sorry, yeah. I thought you'd made a transfer.
He's getting linked to Everton though, so maybe that's a sign.
Is that tier 3? Do you say?
Yeah, probably worth about £3, is it? Something like that.
£5.50.
Well, it's not too bad. Not too bad.
It's all right for a limited.
He really
plays a lot.
Grooms his eyebrows, doesn't he? Christ.
Plays a lot. Does put in some decent scores, and hopefully, if he stays in the championship, that would be useful.
Yeah. All right. Tier 4 rare. It's probably going to be worth about £10. Okay. Come on. France. Forward. I like it. Oh, Sissoko. Oh, and he's 19 as well. Interesting. Don't know. I've literally never heard of him, but I do like that he is 19. You know, they call me the
I
hero.
literally never heard of him as well. Yeah. He has no sales in the last 30 days.
Decent.
About 0.03.
Oh, okay. So 40 quid-ish, 45.
45 quid, under 23 till 2027. And has had plenty of starting time last season. So
not too bad then. I mean, it's always decent to get a youngish player, isn't it, in a non-under 23 winning thing. So yeah, I'll take that.
I think that's all right.
Decent. Okay, on to you then, sir. Let's have a look.
Hamadism says Malcolm to Al Halil. I had heard that one. And the next one.
That's a major player in Sorare terms. He's one of the elite sort of scorers, isn't he? First.
Yeah, but I think Zenit's still got enough that they're still a really strong team, aren't they? Even without.
They've got a new right back now as well, Mario Fernandez. It's official.
Yeah, so there's still plenty on there. But Malcolm, next one out the door. It's speeding up, isn't it? Alex Tellez going.
I know.
To Ronaldo's team on this air. So yeah, all going on.
It's getting to a point where decisions need to be made. I think someone else made a valid point on Twitter. Was it Haber? Is it Haber? Or maybe someone else? But they said they said maybe just give it sort of 6 weeks or so. Maybe start the season without it being covered and see how it scores, see how many people go there, like analyze the data. Because I do think they need to sort of figure out whether it's a good thing or not. Because I mean, I'm a Saudi owner of cards. You know, I'd love it. It needs to make sense.
Half season till the transfer window, whatever. Just take it in and then reevaluate. You can even let people know what you're doing.
It's only. I mean, it's been mad the last few weeks, isn't it? All these signings, but it's only going to get more. It's only going to get more. Like you think next season, it's going to be the same. They're going to just keep plowing money into it. So it's the sooner they cover it, the better. The better for them, I think. But anyway, carry on with your prices.
Okay, I will. Thank you. Weekend review for me. Let's have a little look at what I did. 5 prizes. We start down with this one, 17th place in Cap 270 Limited.
Nice.
We were waiting for Park to have his AA added on, and he went all the way up. The GOAT, Carlos Gil, doing GOAT things. Dela Cruz, excellent again. Fontas, who's been playing really well, but his team got stuffed 4-0, so didn't have much chance there. We were only 33 points off the podium, 19 off the 4th to 7th, the next one down for tier 0. And why that's important is my goalie conceded in the 96th minute.
Oh, that's a killer.
So he would have been on, 60 plus 6 all round AA, wouldn't he? So 66.
Would have been more. I guess he lost 3 as well.
Oh, yeah, that's 3. So 69. So you look at probably 27 more points. We'd probably be 4th, 5th.
Plus the percentage for his bonus.
Yeah, so we're pushing podium. We could have hit a podium spot. But we still do come 17th, and we got 2 prizes out of it. So, I hate to complain, but it's when it's the 96th minute. That's just
that is a shifter, isn't it? I mean, it should still be a good tier 1, you'd hope. For
plenty of good prizes in there, but could have been a little bit better. MLS Pro's been a really good hunting ground for me lately. Carlos Gil doing GOAT things. Acosta's been on fire as captain. Rosenberry, Kalina, very solid, and Ibrahim was in there. He's got the potential to put up a decent score, but he was in there as the low cap striker anyway. So we'll take that tier 3 for 47th place. Cap 240 Super, I just can't fucking hit it anymore. We missed by 9.9 points this week.
Mate, it's that forward every time, I swear.
Yeah, but he's a really low cap. So he's going into low cap, and I just don't want to buy another Super Air forward for it now with Europe back so soon. I just hope to have maybe got 1 or 2 more out of it. Lima losing his clean sheet in a 2-1. We were close, but no cigar. Cap 220 Rare was only 18 off. Martinez and Miami got hammered ahead of the Messi reveal, and Sagerno letting in 1 goal. We were close there. Cap 240 Limited, again, we picked up the $5. We don't do a lot of ETH at the moment, but we have been picking up this $5 every game week. So this is keeping us churning over. We got a tier 4 as well. We're only 9 off a tier 3. Okamura had a really great game for a 1-0 loss. And Cordova, who I've touted up many a time on this podcast, got a goal. Good home win for Vancouver again, really solid at home. Completely different team, home to away. Battered the Galaxy. So, we take a tier 4 there. And our other boys.
A rare fail for Alan Pulido. He's been absolutely on fire, isn't he, the last sort of 8 weeks?
Yeah, absolutely duffed it there. But we'll let him off because we did get a prize. And our final prize was All-Star Limited. Not usually a happy hunting ground for me. But Savarino, who's been doing really well lately, even with transfer rumours of him moving back to Brazil, did really well. And it's Alexander Grant getting a goal from the back again. He's been a really good pickup for me. Doing the damage along with 3 middling scores to give us a tier 4.
Nice.
And we did hit some other ETH for once. We finally hit that sweet red ETH by 0.9 points. It was an anxious wait to see the keeper's AA go on. He's the same keeper that lost in the 96th minute. So we had to wait to see what he did AA terms, and we just got over the line. So we're very, very happy with that. So that's my main winners from the weekend. All right, there we go, up and running. So
I will need some values for you as we go along.
Okay, 8 rewards. 7 up here, 8 down here. Sorare doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Could be anything.
That's interesting. Oh my god, have you got a sneaky extra reward by accident?
Sneaky extra reward, maybe.
Imagine if one of them is a cap.
Oh, don't get me started. That's coming up though. Cap news is coming up. Everyone, cap news incoming. 8 rewards. Here is the blue band of sex.
Okay.
Cap 240 rare. Finally, a legitimate amount of ETH. £38 added to the pot.
Nice.
Along with £3.92.
Sweet.
The big one. I'll do the big one first. What have we got?
That's going straight to the vets.
On the coin totalizer.
Oh, he's beat me by 90.
He's just got there.
I thought you'd smash me. this week. I'll take that. I'll take a 90-point loss.
I've All right, we're going to start with the tier 5 rare.
Okay. Let's have it. Defender, obviously.
Obviously. Can't be tier 5, not be a defender.
Oh, absolute tool.
Kevin the Tool.
Well, he's New York City. He is last sale was £14. And he's not a good scorer. Not a good scorer at all. Do you want to see my screen here? He is a solid shit scorer. He has started the last couple of games at midfielder and got decent AA, to be fair. However, probably not a great player. That's how I describe him for you there, sir.
I believe he's coming to a prize wheel near us soon.
I would agree with you.
Okay, so let's have a look at the tier 4s. This is from Cap 240. Oh, midfielder. Turn up for the books from Sampdoria.
Wow.
Mehdi Leris.
There's a lot of people I've never heard of currently getting. Sampdoria just got relegated though, so maybe he's good for next season.
Silver linings.
So he's worth £1.32. Previous sale. Scoring wise, here we go. I'll show you again. Sorry. Not too bad. I mean, all these scores were obviously when Sampdoria were awful last season in Serie A. So I don't know a huge amount about him. Maybe he's going to do well in Serie B. Who knows? Maybe it's a hold and see how he gets on.
Looks like a definite sale to me.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of orange and yellow scores there, which isn't a good sign, is it?
Right, let's roll it again on tier 4, this time for All-Star Limited.
Should be better. Should be better in All-Star Limited, surely. Holland.
Oh, Vitesse.
Oh, ex-Chelsea legend. Chelsea legend who played like 4 games for Chelsea in about 10 years.
Shock alert, I actually know my reward's name this time.
Yeah, I do too. £1.48 he's going for. Yeah, I mean, he's got a few green scores there. Not too bad. I recall him,
nice stack.
I recall him being a very injury-prone player, and these DMPs would suggest he may still have some injury issues. Maybe a sale or a prize wheel coming soon.
Yep. Let's go for tier 3 from MLS Pro.
Okay, let's have it. Colombia, Ecuador, maybe midfielder. Austin.
Danny Pereira.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Very good player. I already have his limited and his rare.
I do. Okay, well, there we go. Probably don't need to know too much. He's worth £4.30 to be fair, so that's pretty decent.
Good player. Still under 23, right?
Yeah, and also a fairly decent amount of green scores there in the last sort of 20 games or so.
Yeah, I had high hopes for him as an under 23 option. He's done all right, but I don't need 2, so that'll be either on a prize wheel.
Subbed off injured in the last game, apparently, as well.
Perfect time to get him then, isn't it? Perfect
There
time
you
to
go.
get a prize.
And here we go, the biggie. Who are you hoping for? Have you had a little browse so far?
I have, but it's massive. There's
Right.
so many cards in there. There's lots of good ones. Reynosa was in there.
Goalkeeper, I reckon.
Let's have a look. 17th place gets us.
Please not a defender, for fuck's sake. Luxembourg, goalkeeper, plays. Yes, my boy. Anthony Morris. Mate, that's good. That's a good prize. They're the best. They're like the best. In the best 3 teams in Belgium.
And a goalie's just, you've got guaranteed value from a goalie, haven't you? When you put a goalie in.
And he's international #1 too. So I think that's a pretty good prize.
Yeah. I don't think you can ever be sad with a goalie because
it's worth £30. Scoring wise, he's I know myself. He's a very good scorer. Plays for a good team, obviously, so that helps. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think you've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, we always take a goalie. I'll have a check how many challenger goalies I've got going on for next season, whether I keep him, whether I sell him. But yeah,
nice.
That's all right.
Now you're on the Luxembourg stack with me.
Big up the Luxembourg. The Luxembourg train forever. Let's have a look at how that affects the incredible coin collecting game. It's now 5 weeks in. For anyone that doesn't know, we're doing a 10-week challenge. Our weekend coins are added together, and whoever is losing after 10 weeks, or at the halfway stage now, has to give away a prize live on stream. And here's the update for you.
Oh, it's getting tighter, isn't it? You're closing the gap.
We're down to 410. Another tiny win for me here. We're getting there. This leads on to the announcement that Sorare dropped today.
Hang on a minute. We're missing a key component of what we've just done.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Get yourself that Sorarebomb and get it in your son.
Okay. For those that are new to the show, we invented Sorarebomb about 2.5 years ago.
Well, you did. I'm not going to claim any credit for it. You invented it.
I did, and I passed it on to the other members of our group. Sorarebomb is when you get a tier 1 or above.
That's right.
Or a top 20 finish.
Yes.
You have to do a Sorarebomb. It's what we created in a pub a long time ago. It is your table of choice with a whiskey dropped into it. So like a Jägermeister is a Red Bull with a Jaeger in it. I do lager with a whiskey dropped into it. You do cider with a whiskey dropped into it.
That's right, yeah.
So I got tier 1 today, which means I have to do a Sorarebomb. So here is my beer. It's actually beer today, so I've run out of lager. So it's an old speckled hen, a disgusting old speckled hen, and a shot of Red Label.
I bet it's apple juice. You've got previous.
I mean, I wish it was apple juice. That's what I'm thinking. So here's to the tier 1. Here's to Anthony Morris.
Happy days.
I didn't think that. It's just hanging on top.
Well done, mate. Good win. A very good win, that is. Yes. Well done, mate.
It's a cheap.
Nice Tuesday night drinking sesh. Love it.
Tuesday night whiskey. Tier 1s.
Well done, mate.
Did that for £30.
And Belgium comes back very soon, so you're going to get a bit of instant utility there.
To be fair, I also won Kevin O'Toole. He was on the same thing. So that's Kevin O'Toole, Anthony Morris, and 400 coins. So we'll take that.
I'll take that all day.
Well, right, now where were we? So we just shared the coin totals, which leads to the announcement today from Sorare of the Club Shop Special Weekly starting this weekend with the chance to win the much fabled Sorare hats.
Oh my goodness.
And Club Shop coins. So essentially, you put in your SO5 team, and it's to celebrate the launch of the new cards from the Latin American teams that have just come out and are on the auction market at the moment.
Nice.
They said there's a new drop coming later this month in the Club Shop, some new merch. So to give you a chance to boost your coin balance ahead of that, there's this new competition. It's limited only. You've got to have 2 cards from the new Latin American teams. Season bonus and collection bonus are applied to encourage you to buy new cards from the market and stacks, I guess. Scarcity and card XP are not applied. So it doesn't matter if you use an old season card that you've got all the way up to level 20. That won't count. The new cards will be the ones that give you that extra little bonus. And the rewards, 1 to 10 gets a hat.
Oh my God, imagine. I can't wait to definitely not finish in the top 10.
And then this is the bit that will interest me and you. This could be at the pivotal weekend in the Coin Collecting Challenge. Score over 350 points and you get 5,000 coins. Score 300 and you get 2,000. Over 250 for 1,000. Over 100 gets you 500.
I mean, that's a big leap from 250 to 350 points, from 1,000 to 5,000 coins. That is a big incentive.
Well, it basically could end the contest if one of us gets 245 and one of us gets 360. It basically ends it 500. That's 10 times more. It's basically over.
It's actually very important, isn't it?
It's almost like we planned this perfectly at the halfway point that they would drop.
We're basically, it's so rare basing their decisions on our show. I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. So yeah, that starts this weekend. Will you make any signings or target that one specifically, considering our competition?
I'm going to have to, yeah. I mean, I can't be losing to you. I'm not having that. I'm going to have to go and buy two new cards now. Luckily, I've got some ETH balance at the moment. But
I have got 2 cards that qualify, so I'm probably not going to buy any cards. I'll just use 2 old cards that won't have season bonus.
See, right. So you just won't get the collection, the season.
You won't get new season bonus, but I have Quintana and Torum.
So
my only 2 options. So if they're playing, I'll probably stick them both in, and then just put some other cards in. If one of them's out for any reason, I will buy one because I want to win. But yeah.
That's pretty big news, and I like it. I like shit like this. It's good fun.
Yeah, in terms of just outside of it being me versus you, as an announcement, I think it's kind of cool. Anyway, they've always said that they want to push the club shop, and I think they need to offer more and expand it. And this type of thing is cool, right? They said you can win hats. They're going to drop merch this month. Here's a chance to win coins. And it's putting some spotlight on those new Latin American cards that many people like me have probably just glazed over, ignored, and haven't looked at all. Now I was suddenly scouting the market this afternoon, going, "Cool, which 2 players have got a good weekend?"
They should do it. They should do it every time they do a new drop of new teams, like some sort of thing like this that incentivizes getting coins and people buying. Like, they can't rely on people. Like everyone being buzzed that Gimnasia La Plata are on the game. Like, it is good for the game to have all these teams, but I couldn't really give a toss that Gimnasia Plata. Just couldn't but now I do give a toss. I'm surprised they've got any caps left. They've given them all Sorare 7s, haven't they?
Exactly. But there's no ETH involved, card prizes or whatever. This is a competition that's, got some interest, and they haven't got to stump up ETH with cards. So, I think it's a great idea, and it's made me pay attention to the new cards. Otherwise, I would have fucking ignored them.
I'm going to be
more things like this. More things like this, I think, are a good idea. So I will be playing, and I will be aiming to get 350 points. So we'll see on this show next week.
I'm only 350 coins. Okay, I'll take that. I don't mind. I'm going for 5,000 points. I'm going for 5,000 coins, mate. I'm actually going to go for winning a cap. I'm doing it.
Mate, I didn't want to say it, but I would love a cap. That'd be the greatest thing to happen to me on Sorare.
That would be flipping good, wouldn't it? That'd be better than receiving 2 Red Bull Leipzig tops.
Right, anyway, next up, we have our private league update. Beat the Boys League, Season 5 has been an absolute shit show. If you don't remember, I said it to be the Bundesliga amateur. So we missed the first week entirely. Johnny then set it up. So there's 4 game weeks left. Set up a new league, and we told you all that it would be a 4-week sprint to the finish. But there's only 2 MLS game weeks left. But fortunately, Sorare have come to our rescue and said that the League's Cup is going to be covered from this weekend because there'll be no other amateur competition. So we have one final game week this weekend to crown the winner of Season 5. Add yourself to the Hall of Fame. Top 6 get prizes. This is how we currently stand. Howie C76 is top overall. FBL Thinkers in there. Aman Eza, Golden Rider, Exactu, and JYP Sipipi. They are currently in the prizes. I am down in 28th. You are in 17th.
Can we just take a little detour? Can we just go back a page there?
Yeah.
Can we discuss the bottom person's gallery name, please?
You Punta Glory.
No, all the way down. Keep going down.
At Draymond445-Ankin22, #9600 trades, 50% ETH, 50% cards, equals 110%, no L50 or ineligibles. Honestly, if he ever gets into a spinny wheel on this show, I'm not fucking entering that.
Yeah, that's mad. He does love Kaz Eupen, though, so I appreciate him. But
yeah, that is a lot. So yeah, you're on the second page. God knows where Swiss Mafia is. God knows where he's in general. If we're honest, I haven't heard from him in weeks. Could be anywhere.
Is he even real?
Yeah. Game week 389 is the one that's just gone. Our boy Hamadism finished in 4th place.
Oh,
shout out Hamadism.
Nice.
Sorare Holland was top with 4-4-4, which was a solid effort. He had Steve Clark, Andrade, Carlos Gil, the GOAT, as captain. Edin Iran, who I've never heard of before I pulled up this screen.
Nope.
And Ryan Gould. So really solid effort from him. I mean, personally, I put up this team. McIntosh, Kai Wagner, the GOAT Gil, Pulido and Bouanga. Very happy to scrape 313 points out of that, as Pulido's was completely off fire. And Bouanga had a mare. Wagner didn't do very well at all either. So, yeah, Gil has basically bailed me out as captain. Or that could have gone really badly. But I am just still in with the smallest of squeaks if my team can really light it up.
Well, didn't mean to share my team so suddenly there.
You go for it. You took your team now.
Yeah, sorry.
We linked seamlessly.
So my team also got let down by one player. Did pretty well, 386.95. That's a solid effort. Zellaran did well. Costa, captain. Palacios, solid. Chris Brady is the absolute boy, it seems, at the moment. He's getting big scores every week. But yeah, Dennis Bouanga as well. Let me down. He's it's an interesting one, isn't it, Brian? Also, own is rare, so I'm always kind of backing him every week anyway. So I kind of doubled down on him this week. It's getting to a point where I'm going to have to think about not playing him at this point. He's scoring so badly, but
yeah.
I'll probably end up playing him. And whenever I drop him, he'll score 100, guaranteed. So,
I mean, he's not pickable this week because he's got no games. So,
there we go.
You know, do you use those points elsewhere? I guess you do, because I don't care about MLS Amateur once it's outside of this competition. So we go all in this weekend. So the news story that we were talking about is that the league's cup coverage extension. This starts this week, goes on for like a month, right, in America. Lots of inter-American competitions between the MLS and Liga MX. So we're covering it for the MLS Amateur League because there's no other amateur league going, and which is a bit of a shame. They obviously never got the J League or the K League one started in any way, so this is all we have. So it makes sense to sort of keep that free option available for people, and it makes us happy because it gives us one extra week in our league, which would otherwise have been a 2-game week run-in. So yeah, they now count. So it's only the MLS teams involved. And they will be scored in the amateur league going forward. So I have gone for, at the moment, ahead of any injury news or people being dropped, etc., I'm thinking of keeping Kendall in goal. I think it's quite a good fixture for him away to Cincinnati, who might rest a couple. Wagner, Gil, Pulido, and Espinoza, a bit of San Jose representation. I am thinking of maybe transferring out Bouanga and maybe Pulido as well and going for one massive striker. But I think a lot depends on rotation, right? When we get nearer the deadline on Friday, have we heard any risks of rotation? I know Dallas are expected to make quite a lot of changes. I don't have any Dallas players, but for anyone that does, I think we could be seeing the return of Jimmy Moore in goal. But yeah, it's a tough one to call. I think it'd be a bit of a crapshoot, a bit of a lottery, and I'm excited for it.
This is a new competition, isn't it, as well, I think? It's a whole new, it's like the first year of it happening, right? So I don't know how seriously teams are going to take it. I mean, obviously it's a bit of a different one, isn't it? I guess they'll still take it seriously. It's going to win a trophy, I guess.
I think we'll find out pretty quickly, won't we, after the first weekend of it, which teams are taken seriously and which aren't. That'll probably be too late for a lot of us in the private league, but
well, I'm thinking, teams that are sort of languishing in the lower echelons of the league will probably take it seriously, won't they? But you got teams like Cincinnati who are obviously flying high in the league. They're probably going to maybe try and use it as a bit of a. Oh, I guess they probably won't rotate, will they? Because they haven't got league on the weekend and midweek in the cup.
No,
full cup, isn't it?
It's strictly cup, yeah.
It's going to be interesting. We'll see how it goes, I guess. So I've just had a look at my team now. I haven't really had much chance to look at my Sorare much today, so I've just had a look now, and it started really well with both my keepers not having a game. So I'm obviously going to have to make a little shift a few things around this week. I noticed you talked about Wagner and your team. Kind of annoyed I dropped him. I swear I saw something on Twitter that said his injury was a lot worse than first feared. So I just sort of maybe thought he'd be out for a bit longer. But was he even expected to fully come back this weekend? Just gone?
Yeah, I think the manager said he was ready to fire.
Okay, fair enough. I'm kind of annoyed I got rid of him, although he cost an absolute bomb. But yeah. So I'm going to be running probably Arias, Acosta, and Zilarian. What I will probably do is sell Bouanga, get a different forward in, and then sort of use that extra money I'll gain from that to get a keeper. I'll probably get rid of Guzan, I imagine. But yeah, we'll see. It may be that I buy an extra transfer and make 3. We'll see what happens. But
you love buying an extra transfer.
I do. I bought loads. I probably bought about 7 or 8 in M&S.
I've basically only ever spent coins when I've had to make transfers for the Beat the Boys League because
that's true.
It forces me to do it for pride.
And I guess you kind of want to save your coins because you want to get a fucking shirt, don't you?
One fucking day, I want to get a shirt.
It'll happen. But
I got quite a chunk. I got 8,000 coins in now, so the next time they do a drop, I will be sat here refreshing constantly on every movement's time drop.
I'll tell you, I'll give you the Red Bull Leipzig one for 60,000 coins. It's yours. Just transfer them over right now directly to my Monzo, and I'll deliver that shirt straight to your house.
One day, maybe we will be allowed to trade coins.
That'd be nice.
So rare currency. It makes sense, wouldn't it? I think at some point you might see it. One more thing I wanted to show you before we go for the weekend is I've just deleted it.
I know what this is. I know what this is.
We're coming here. Look at this. I'm lining up Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is now available in Champion America, MLS Pro.
Well, that's pretty
obviously
cool,
not an MLS amateur because he doesn't have a Inter Miami card yet, but there he is. David Beckham himself said at his unveiling that he expects he will play some part of the game on Friday.
Who are they playing? Is it like it's against Mexico, a Mexican team, is it?
Who gives a fuck, mate? Lionel Messi's playing. They're playing Cruz Azul FC versus Inter Miami. Is expected to see the debut of Messi. I think he'd come off the bench 20, 30 minutes, something like that. Could rack up enough fucking AA that he's worth playing, but
surely they're going to do a mid MLS season creation of new cards just so they can put. Surely they've got to create some Inter Miami MLS Messi cards.
I would fully expect,
because probably
an event. He's an ambassador of Sorare, isn't he? And the MLS has got the partnership with the MLS. Sorare and the MLS got the partnership anyway, so there's no way that there's not some form of Messi event in the next few weeks where
there's got to be.
Messi enters the auction market competition to win a couple. Ride fucking high on this news. Make it a massive thing.
It is a massive
league. Do a league up special weekly top 10 win a Messi limited. It's too big of a marketing opportunity.
It's like the perfect thing for Sorare. He's an ambassador, and MLS is one of the first leagues that came on Sorare. It's like the perfect concoction of things. You'd think they've probably got something in the pipeline, haven't they? Although I did see Ronaldo. I did see Ronaldo coming out today with this petty little remark saying Saudi Arabia is better than the MLS.
Well, I would not be surprised if it is better than the MLS in a year or two.
I mean, it may be, but he just loves it, doesn't he? Can't help but make it about him.
But I'm excited. Messi, I just love how the league is reacting to it as well. They're moving games earlier. They're thinking about making use of that Apple deal, moving games earlier for the European market, telling teams to put turf down when they play for Messi. I love it. Let's go. I'm excited.
What do you mean? What was that one? Put turf down.
Put turf down for when Lionel Messi, for when Inter Miami play them.
What do you mean put turf? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean put turf?
You know,
down?
most of there's not a lot of grass pitches in the MLS.
Oh, you mean because they play on 3G, they're going to actually turf the pitch?
Yeah, temporary turf.
Surely that's not going to happen.
Well, no, Atalanta won't do it, but some teams are actually going to do it.
What the fuck? That's mental.
There you go. But anyway, after the Messi excitement, I think that's probably us out. 50 and a half minutes is quite a long time for us.
I think so. I think we've covered all bases tonight. Obviously, we've got our Thursday show, our flagship Thursday show, where we're doing a little cheeky gallery review, I believe, of I can't remember their name, but we will be doing a little post about that beforehand, I'm sure, on Twitter. And
it has been rumoured that Swiss Mafia will actually appear on a podcast again.
Who's Swiss Mafia?
I'll believe it when I see it, but apparently he will be back. So, as Johnny said, join us on Thursday for the flagship show. Join us on Thursday, aka Friday morning when it's released. But for now, if you could like and subscribe, or leave a nice comment, or send us some roses in the post, chocolates, or compliment us in any way. Yeah, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you for anyone that's joined tonight, left a comment, left a like. We appreciate you all. And from the Sorare Thursday Club on a Tuesday, we're out. See you soon. Peace out. Viva la Thursday Club.
Up the toffees. Let's get it.